Hello and welcome to Alternative Radio Cardiff. Today we're here with the Blue Evolution bassist, David Mack. So I'm going to hand you over to Tom Davis. He's going to get to know him a little better, and we've actually got 3 songs from him later on as well. So here we go. Tom?
Hi Dave, it's great to have you on the show, mate. How are you today?
I'm good, thank you, Tom.
So Dave, could you tell us a little bit about your music journey and how Blue Evolution came to be?
Yeah, sure. Early 2017, myself and my fellow songwriter Chris Davey got ourselves together. We had worked together in the past, so we sort of at a crossroads, and we love the blues, but we also love other different types of music. And I said I don't want to be restricted by one type of music, so the evolving was where we got the evolution from. So we got together, started stringing some songs together, and then it started falling into place, getting other people involved, and then we went from there to make a demo, and then we went from there to ended up in our little journey. And
so from getting together as your original band, I mean, did you come across what sort of challenges did you come across to sort of getting a demo out? I mean, I'm quite interested in that journey.
One of the toughest thing for sort of original music is finding the venues. You know, finding places that you go somewhere and you play if you play your own songs with conviction and you're really good, then you win people over. But the number of times that people just want to say, "Oh, can you do this? Can you do that? Can you play these cover versions? Can you do 2:45 sets?" It's like, well, yeah, we can. Anybody can do it, you know. But we want to play our own stuff, and and you play it well enough, and people appreciate it. And that was the biggest hurdle, is getting the venues and finding the people that want it.
And who was the first venue that you sort of came across then?
Our first sort of legitimate sort of thing was the 147 Club in City Road, which in all fairness to, I think it's I can't remember his name, Pete.
I've never been there myself.
Terry Matthews, who's a great thing for live music in Cardiff. So we went down there for one of their open mics, and we said, right, we'll play a couple of songs. So we played 3 songs. I think we'd done a little bit of Eric Clapton just to get our foot in the door. Then we played our own songs, and then
what's the capacity like in there then? Is that a big club?
It's not a big place, but you can still get 150, 200 people in there quite comfortably.
Is that place still going strong then? Obviously not at the moment, but it was.
He's still there, Terry. In all fairness to him, and he's still opening, and everything is such.
How often do they put nights on, music nights on in that club then?
Terry would be doing it regularly, weekly in the norm. And it would still be ongoing now. So
we're quite interested to speak to Terry Matthews actually about these sort of like clubs that I didn't hear of that one before.
No, I'd never heard of it either.
I mean, if they're pushing live music as well, so we got to get to know them a bit better. I mean, what other clubs have you sort of played out in? I mean, was there sort of a first few that are more sort of receptive to new bands, perhaps?
Yeah. I mean, we've obviously we've done the Temby Blues Festival in the past, which was we were supposed to be doing the Saturday night there this November, but that got cancelled. The Broadway, the Sports and Social Club, was another good place for live music, but unfortunately that's gone due to the COVID. The Goody Hugh was another place.
I was getting with the Goody Hugh Club.
Well, that didn't go because of the COVID, did it?
That went prior to that, but that was another great place for live music. Not only live music, but original music.
I find that absolutely shocking that, when I first came to Cardiff, I was, oh wow, Cardiff's an amazing night out. It's got all this new vibe and everything like that. And you go down Wimby Street, and it was true. It was amazing. There was I Fall Back, the Moon Bar, all of those pubs down there were playing great live music, weren't they? And then I think they had a Save Wimby Street rally recently, and I just was like, well, why are they fighting for this tiny little crack in Cardiff? Just leave them be. They need it.
We need it desperately. The Moon Club, the Fuel, Club Bar, and all that. They're a necessity for live music around Cardiff.
I mean, we are hunting those guys down as well to come on there and give us their sort of views.
Well, certainly, you need to, because they're the people that take it on. I mean, certainly something like Club Bar we'll take on bigger. Sam Fender played there a while back. Many couple of years ago, and he, yeah,
those places all the time.
yeah. So and Club Eva Bath does give you that sort of level. They will take you up again. I mean, I've seen Joey, one of the Ramones there, do a CJ Ramone and a set there and stuff like that. And
how recently was that?
It's there,
How recently was that?
That must have been 3 years ago.
I bet that was an amazing night.
Good 3 years ago.
I bet that was an amazing night.
It was a good night, and again, you see these people and you're sort of aware of the fact that the name itself, the Ramones and people like that, are people you aspire to be, because they're making a living.
Were they playing a lot of classics that night, or was he playing more new stuff?
He played a lot of the Ramones stuff, and as everybody loved it, and nothing sort of nothing. When you hear a song, and it's not being played as a cover version, it's a Ramone playing a Ramone song.
So what other huge music inspirations do you have then?
Well, I mean, being the age I am, which we won't discuss, but I've seen everybody from the Jam. That's how old I am. I saw the Jam in 1980, and that was my first ever concert. Was someone like Paul Well and the Jam. Being a young lad, Mitch at the afternoon off school.
It's all right, you can admit to that now. You won't get in trouble.
I don't get in trouble. But I go across. I mean, I've seen everything. The downloads. So I've seen everyone from Metallica to when I was living in the States, as we discussed prior to the show, to Garth Brooks. The country star. And things like that sort of inspire you to think there's a whole sort of genre of music which you've got to listen to everything.
So you've got a new, well, not a new song out, but a song out from your album, The Skin and Bones. You Know My Baby.
Yeah.
So I mean, I really like the genre of music that you've got as well. But what would you say your genre was? Where did that come from?
Well, we say we're I don't know that we say kick-ass electric blues. Okay, excuse if the language there, but the reality of it is the fact that we like a whole range of songs, and if you listen to the album, which you can download free off Spotify, Skin and Bones, you'll find there's some slower tracks, No One There, which is out at the moment. You Know My Baby was the first one that myself and Chris ever wrote. Drink of the Gods was turned out to be a disco song. When we went to record it, it was okay, we like this, but we're gonna funk that up a little bit.
So I loved No One There. Can you tell us where that? Because I know you just released a video recently for that, haven't you?
We made a video about 3 weeks ago, and we released it last Wednesday, and it's already in 10,000 plus plays, which is really satisfying. Amazing. Plus, I got contacted yesterday by a college radio in New York State, so they're playing it. They're playing it, which was lovely. But going back to You Know My Baby, we wrote that, and we wrote it, and the version we wrote was slightly different to what you're going to hear now. We recorded a demo of that, and when we were lucky enough to go to Los Angeles to record the album. The guy we were working with, a guy called Eric Korn, said to us, we can turn that into a bit of a swamp boogie. And I just love the sound of swamp music, So it just meant me slowing my part down, making it more of a more of a true thumping bass with a little bit of mouth organ over the top of it. And it just turned it into this different song that we were losing faith in because we played it so much. But then when somebody jazzes up and re-injects life into it, it becomes, oh wow, I love playing that, and to this day, we enjoy that. It's a great song to play, and it's a simple song.
So tell us a little bit more about your US connection then.
Well, I mean, Chris, the lead guitarist and vocalist, is a heavy blues man, so he's very influenced by what he hears over the water. So he was looking for inspiration with our little demo, so he sent it to a guy called Walter Trout. Walter Trout was in correspondence with Chris, and Chris said, "Oh, your sound, we love your sound." And he said, "Well, actually, my sound is this. I use this one producer, a guy called Eric Korn." and he's the CEO stroke of what 40 Below Records in the States. So Chris contacted Eric, said, "Can you record for us?"
Fantastic.
And he went, yeah.
It's fantastic.
So I mean, we self-funded, because we've self-funded everything.
Did you play many concerts out there?
The recording
Did you play
time.
any concerts out there?
We didn't do any concert. It was non-stop 10 days of. We flew in on the one day. We had a sightseeing tour of Hollywood and everything else. We'd done all the tourist thing, and we thought, okay, we'll just use the rest of the time. We'll in the evenings once we recorded, we'll go and see the sights. But you got into the recording studio by 10 o'clock in the morning. We recorded at this place called Horse Latitude Studios, which was owned by Robbie Krieger of The Doors, and his partner is a guy called Michael Dumas. So we were day one. We walked into this studio, which was very inconspicuous. We walked in, and there's gold discs of The Doors and all this memorabilia and all these amazing sort of guitars, which are worth more than the place we live in, because Mike turned around and said, "Oh, this is a '68 Les Paul." If any guitar gurus that will listen to this, this is a '68 Les Paul, which they put F holes in, which they don't do. So it was a prototype for Robbie, but Robbie didn't like it, so I kept it. It's like, all right,
Good little souvenir to take away.
so it's a great souvenir. And then we recorded My Baby on Robbie's 63 SG that he wrote Light My Fire on. We use that. So it's like this history involved, and it's like phenomenal, but at the same time it was intense, because you've got these people standing.
So, can you tell us, before we play it, could you tell us a little bit more about the inspiration of My Baby?
Well, it was just it is a true sort of blues reflection, because everyone thinks of the blues as my baby left me, but that sort of, what's the right word? You get drawn into that thing, oh, my baby this, my baby that. And we thought, let's just write the typical blues record then. So we My Baby, she loves to play, and so we hit that and we went for it. And it's a lovely riff with Chris, on the guitar, and simple song. But
I like that term, a grower. My dad always says that. He was on the show a couple of weeks ago as well. He's a musician. He's always saying that. Yeah, we like a good grower on this show. So, with no further ado, let's listen to it. My Baby.
Alternative Radio Cardiff, ARC FM.
My baby, she loves to play. She's always ready if it's night or day. She picks her places, knows where to hide. My baby, she's there for the ride. She's an angel, baby, and she's gonna make a devil of me. And when she gets inside you, she'll bring you right down to your knees. My baby, she sits on a throne, but when she sits there alone. She longs for comfort, but look what she's got. Happiness can never be bought. She's an angel, baby, and she's gonna make a devil of me. And when she gets inside you, she'll bring you right down to your knees. knows where to hide. You know my baby, she's there for the ride. She's an angel, baby, and she's gonna make a devil of me. And when she gets inside you, she'll bring you right down to your knees. 'Cause she's an angel, baby, and she's gonna make a devil of me. And when she gets inside you, she'll bring you right down to your knees.
Wow, I really like that. That was You Know My Baby by Blue Evolution. Tom, what do you think of that?
Oh, that's a classic track, that is, mate. Fair play.
Thank you.
I'll be playing that one on the on my run tomorrow.
Well, this is actually my bag of music. I really, really like. I like the sound that Blue Evolution have got. We touched on it earlier, but No One There is the latest song that you've just done.
Yeah, that's right. No One There again was recorded over in Horse Latitude. We went over there with an idea for that, to make it a sort of, for the song to make it a very dreamy sort of, if you can imagine, a sort of 60s sort of hazy sort of Hey Man sort of sound. And we got a guy in over there when we were over there, a guy called Sasha Smith, come in and done the keys on that. Now Sasha is one of the top session musicians in Los Angeles. He's worked with Walter Trout. He's also worked on the Tonight Show, and that was supporting Mika and Ariana Grande. So he was just unbelievable, you know, where you normally got to sit down and say, we want this, we want that. He just listened to us playing the rough hour bits, and he just picked up this Hammond organ from 1960 odd and really sort of went to town on it, and it was just phenomenal. But again, he and we thought he was fantastic, and he would listen to the playback. Oh, I can do that better, and we're thinking, how can you do that better than what you've just done? But it's unbelievable.
Just kept growing.
It's just, I mean, they that's what they do. You know, they go in and they go in on a day, and they can just give 100. They can give you 110% straight away, and just be, oh wow, that's a different level of musician. You sort of. You don't normally meet those sort of people, which are phenomenal.
So let's take a listen to that now. This is No One There.
Alternative Radio Cardiff, ARC FM.
Here I am, walking slow, walking here on my own. Nobody beside me and nobody to say don't go. Think of you, think of us, think of where we could have gone. Think of all the times that we chose to do things wrong. And there's no one there to say hello. And there's no one there to say don't go. Times we shared make me smile, think about them for a while. Laugh at you, laugh at me, silly dreams of what could be. We might hold hands or pass a look, I would smile, you'd have me hooked. You'd tell me that I'd be the hero when you write your book. And there's no one there to say hello. And there's no one there to say don't go, don't go. walking slow, walking here on my own. Nobody beside me and nobody to say don't go. Think of you, think of us, think of where we could have gone. Think of all the times that we chose to do things wrong. And there's no one there to say hello. And there's no one there to say don't go, don't go.
So that was No One There. I love that track. I was listening to it earlier on, actually. I was watching the music video, and I noticed when I was watching the video there was a can of Guinness on the side. So who is it who likes to drink Guinness while they play it?
Well, for starters, we all like to drink Guinness. But that was a little... Actually, within the video maker we used was a guy called James Mitchell, a young lad, and we saw an advert about a month ago, but we want to make a video, and I said, we can do that. We'll help you on the way. And he was phenomenal. And the fact that, you know, within a week we've got 10,000 plus plays of the video. But going back to the Guinness thing, there's 5 of us in the band. There's myself, there's Chris Davey, there's Dan Johnson who plays the keyboards and guitars, there's Gary Phillips who plays the drums, and there's Mr. Alexandro Abet, a good mate of ours, of mine, who plays the rhythm guitar. Now, unfortunately, earlier this year, Al lost a friend in Rome, and they've had T-shirts and respect, you know, and one of their things was having a Guinness together when he's back home in Rome. So when you glance across the video, which is available on our YouTube channel, by the way, the Blue Evolution YouTube channel.
Links below.
plug. Yeah, you'll see the camera drift across the T-shirt with the 3 hearts, the pint of Guinness, and it's for Alexandra's friend.
That's a lovely little tribute there. So would you tell us a little bit more about the new up-and-coming album, Skin and Bones?
Well, Skin and Bones is 10 tracks, which we recorded in Los Angeles. You know, again, everything was done over there, mixed and mastered over there. So we had everything back early January, early February. The plan was to launch in May, and then just hit it, you know, get the gigs going, get a launch night. Of course, all that has sort of been by the by. So we've been dripping the singles out, and incidentally, the album itself, Skin and Bones, Blue Evolution Skin and Bones, is available on Amazon Music, YouTube Music, Spotify, Weezer, everything. It's all free, so you can just download it and listen. And there's always something on there for everyone. So so we can get that out. But again, it's a case of where everything gets put on hold. So we're currently writing new songs. We've got 8 new songs which we want to be recording, but we've still got to promote the album, the Skin and Bones album.
So do you think that you'll be playing it live anytime soon?
We certainly will be. I mean, we've got we've had bookings all year, and the Cardiff Theatre provisionally booked us for next March, at the end of March, beginning of April. They're hoping to put something on in the Castle. So we've got a provisional dates of, I think it's Monday the 29th and Monday the 6th. So we'll be in there then, and hopefully all the COVID and everything.
I really hope that goes ahead.
It is. I mean, we've been trying to do. Originally, it was going to be August bank holiday. Then we were looking before Christmas. Now it's been pushed back. Then it was February, and it was pushed back to March. We'll still be open air, but all the sort of distancing in place. So it should be going ahead. I mean, if it was in England across the water, they're getting it done now, but we're not, unfortunately. But if, things have got to start again. So let's all hope that we can get it done.
Fingers crossed.
Definitely.
I hope Mark Drake was listening.
We'd like to think so.
Yeah.
We'd like to think so.
So we got a song from the final song with us today from the album Skin and Bones. Well, the two of them from.
They're all from Skin and Bones, yeah.
they're all from Skin and
The
Bones.
two we played, You Know My Baby and No One There, which got the video out at the moment, as we said. And this would be the title track, Skin and Bones. The story behind this is, again, we recorded a demo, took it over to the States, and then they just let us go to town. They went to town with the rockier element of it. So when you get the chance, have a listen, because it's something for everyone.
Cool. So we're going to play that now.
Here we go.
Alternative Radio Cardiff, Arc FM.
Well, I know just what you're thinking. I can see the way that you are, and I don't know if I like it, 'cause I feel we're drifting apart. When I ask how your day was, your eyes scream, leave me alone. You play cold, dampen the fire, until all that's left, ooh, are my skin and bones. We would stop and share the good times. We would let those good times roll. Here we are now, stuck at the crossroads, and I feel like it's taken its toll. When I ask how your day was, your eyes scream, leave me alone. You play cold, dampen the fire, until all that's left, ooh, are my skin and bones. We've made it through, never gave up. Something strong brought us back through the dark days, beating the hard stuff. Now our love is back on track. Once again, sharing the good times. We can let those good times roll. Now here we are, through the crossroads, and I love you to your skin and bones. Yes, I love you, oh, to your skin and bones.
Another amazing track there, Dave. Cool. So moving on then, mate. So what do you think the future for Blue Evolution is going to be now? What are you planning on doing?
Well, obviously, we want to get back out playing live again, which is the most important thing for any sort of band. But what we want to try and get ourselves is a label, and the one plus that we can offer a label is the fact that we're unsigned. We've got a fantastic product, a professional product, which we done in the States, and whereas normally an advance to a band would be to get an album recorded, it's there for everyone. It's there, so it would be just a label would sort of come in, listen to the album, and they would think, wow, that's done top notch. Get their label to it, get out there, promote it. And then any sort of advance would be on the next album, or on you know, we're already 8 or 10 tracks down the line on that, like we were saying. So it's pushing on and getting ourselves out there to get more festivals, to you know, because people, it's going to be like a ginormous power cut. This is the way I look at COVID at the moment. And when the lights come back on, everyone's going to be looking to do these things.
So obviously, yeah, at the moment it's going to be a lot harder to kind of attract a record label, obviously, because you can't play live. Do you think social media does have a massive influence on you know, attracting these kind of people?
Social media does, because it's difficult for a record company to ignore something that's got tens of thousands, or you know, of listens, or a tune that's actually sticking in your head, you know. And again, the way that No One There is sort of growing on people, that it's the feedback is good, and believe it or not, how many of us in the past have bought an album for one track? How many of us in the past have seen something go, oh, I love that one you know, the one track, and you've just got to prick the conscience of somebody with one bit of music, and as soon as they will then listen to Skin and Bones, they'll be pleasantly surprised, because it's such a diverse album. And there's everything on there for everyone.
And it is rocky as well. So
it is rocky. I mean, don't be deceived with No One There. When we go out and we play live, we're a live rocking band, you know, and the background to us, you know, we're not. Chris is very blues orientated. Gary, it loves, you know, his heavier stuff. Al is a punk rocker. You know, he always have, we will be.
With the ZZ Top beard.
With the ZZ Top beard. Plus, I mean, in the original sort of song, when we used to go out with the Blue Evolution, when the first couple of gigs where people wanted cover versions, we'd always finish with Blitzkrieg Pop by the Ramones. And it was when we played...
That's a real crowd.
Yeah, well, we played when we done our album launch, the CD launch originally, the smaller, the demo one. That went down so well, you know, and in the microbrewery on Womby Street, I can't remember the name of it now, you know, but yeah. So, but it was like, wow, we went so, you know, and that went down, but we still do that. We love our own songs, and we play them well enough and people know them, and you know, we played a little discreet something about 2 months ago, in between when we thought lockdown was coming off, to a select audience, and then when you hear the audience singing a song of yours, it's a buzz, and it's, you know, and it's a massive sort of, it pushes your ego, you know, it really does you good, and all of us left that little stage that night thinking somebody was singing our songs, and that's brilliant, you know.
That sounds awesome. So, Dave, we're coming to the end of our time now, but it has been absolute pleasure having you on the show today, mate, and good luck to yourself and Blue Evolution in the future.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Tom.